Guess what, guys? The motor is bolted down to the frame. I just put the mounts back in. I didn't want to bore you with that video because it took me a long time, and it was basically me just dropping these parts on the ground and putting them back up and dropping them on the ground again. It was just kind of a boring process, so figured I wouldn't even bother you with that. So those are all bolted in. The engine is bolted in. The oil pan does not hit the crossmember. And if you look at my angle gauge here, or whatever you want to call this thing, what do you call this? I don't know. Anyways, we're at 4 degrees, which is pretty darn good. It's actually better than I expected. So for today, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bolt down that cylinder head because I just like hand tightened it when I was throwing this engine together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten it down for real and probably put the lifters back in it, and I don't know what else. So I'm going to grab all the parts, and it is officially 38 degrees in the garage, so it's balmy. You can see my breath. And yeah, that's what we're going to do today. All right. I don't think I tightened much before I threw the engine in. So I should be able to pull these all out by hand. We'll see. I'm not actually sure if I tightened the head down or not. I might have tightened it down. I really don't know. I'm reusing all the head bolts, so if I torque them to the proper yield spec... Oh, shoot. This side's already put together. Which means this is the side I didn't touch. Interesting. All right. So I guess I'm gonna put this back on. Huh. I thought this was the side that I replaced the piston in, but I guess it's not. That is why you think before you make videos, people. All right. So, guess I'll tighten these down. Why not, right? I'm sure this valve cover is going to leak, but at this point, I don't really care. I just want to get this thing together and drivable. And then I'll worry about the maintenance aspects of it. Well, that's not going in straight. Nope. Where's the hole? There we go. So yeah, like I said, I'm just going to kind of slap this together for now. I don't really care if it leaks oil or not. I'll fix that another day. My goal here is to just slap this thing together and get it drivable. And go from there. Of course it's in the way. Can I get it? All right, now that we're done messing around with that side of the engine, I might as well take off this side, since this is the side I guess I did the piston in. Looks like, yep, those are all loose. There we go. Oh yeah, that's the right one. So, now I gotta go find the lifters and the rockers so that I can put them all back in the holes and tighten them up. And I'm probably gonna have to dig up some torque specs someplace. Because those I actually will torque, because I don't think those are torque to yield bolts. But, oh yeah, it looks like the head bolts are loose. So yeah, I'm gonna tighten those up and find the other parts. All right, see you in a minute. All right, apparently the torque sequence starts with, whoa, hello. How about that? Starts with 22 foot-pounds across all the head bolts. Now, I'm reusing head bolts, so this is going to be kind of a play-it-by-ear thing. They may tighten up, they may not. It might get weird. We'll see. So, either way, I'm going to start with 22 foot-pounds. See what that feels like. And as a friendly reminder, this is probably not the right torque sequence. Ask me if I care. I don't. $22. $22 right there. All right. Now technically, we're supposed to turn all these 90 degrees. So I'm going to put marks on them so that I know when I've turned it 90 degrees. Do, do, do. All right, let's see how this goes. My guess is that this is where I'm going to start feeling the tortilled bolts give out. All right, so 90 degrees. Most importantly, I just don't want to break these bolts off in the block. These smaller 10mm ones up above here, those are the ones that are going to break off. These big guys probably won't. Now we'll do the 10mm. These are the ones I'm just going to have to kind of feel it out. See if it seems like a bad idea or not. Yeah, I'm not going to go further than that. Yeah.
Do you want a sticker?
Of course I do. All right, so now I'm supposed to torque basically all of the big bolts except for this one and that one another 90 degrees. I don't feel comfortable doing that, so I'm gonna start by doing them, I don't know, maybe 45 degrees and see how that feels. But I'm a little nervous about these bolts because I am reusing them, so we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do 90. I think I'm gonna do like 45. I feel like 90 would probably get close to breaking them off, which is not really what I'm into. And then, once all of those are there, then you're supposed to do this one and this one at 50 degrees. But, again, that doesn't feel very good on these bolts. So, I'm going to do them like 30. 30-ish. This one I probably didn't do enough. Alright, ship it! So up here, I don't know if these are even in the video or not. Oh boy. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Haha. All right, so there's my lifters, and I stuck them all in this box so that I could keep them in the right order for when I put it all back together. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do. Looking good, looking good. I'm gonna drop it down there. Next one. down in the hole. Ah, devastation. Wait a minute. I just realized that I think I called these things lifters. Did I? I don't know. I don't remember. Either way, these things are push rods, not lifters. I don't know if I called them lifters or push rods in a few minutes ago when I was talking about them. I think I might have called them lifters. Huh, weird. So anyways, yeah, those are push rods. These are rockers. These are valve springs. All right. So now all of these get torqued to 22 foot-pounds. 22. All right. All right, 22. 22. All right, go from one more time just to be sure. Sometimes you just kind of zone out and you'll just miss one. Better safe than sorry. All right. So now, I'm going to throw the, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to spin over the engine a little bit, and then I'm going to retorque them, just to be safe. All right, retorque. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, now I can throw the valve cover back on, like so. Make sure there's no leftover bolts or missing gaskets or anything weird like that. Whoa. I really need one of those electric impact, or not, well, yeah, like the 3/8 impact gun. Electric one, that would be sweet. Maybe I'll invest in one of those. I'm gonna make this job a lot faster. I don't know what these are supposed to be torqued down to, but it doesn't matter much. This feels about right. Okay. Nice. Okay, so now what I think I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna put a plug in this. I'll show you what it is. So back here is where an oil sending unit goes. But instead of an oil sending unit, I bought this plug. So I'm gonna just put a block off in this. I'm gonna screw it into the back of the block, just so that I don't have to worry about that again. So I'm gonna go find one of those. Well, I didn't find a plug, but I did find a temp sensor that fits. So I'm just gonna use that because it works. Make sure it's all tight. At some point I could always take this temp sensor out and put like a real plug, or I could put like an oil pressure gauge, oil pressure sending unit, something like that. For right now, I'm gonna go with that. Alright, so my phone is about to die because it is so cold in my garage that it can't function. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop this intake manifold on that engine and tighten it up. But that might be the end of this video because my phone just can't handle the cold. So I will see you next time, hopefully with a slightly longer video, hopefully with a higher temperature. Alright, see you next time.